So nextly, okay, you can add the baking soda with it too, but this is just if you really want to stretch it out. So if you want to stretch this out, and plus, baking soda is alkaline, so you can add the better, higher quality, of these other herbs, to it. So we have these different essential oils. We're not going to use all these, but just for different reference that what you can use to help to clean the mouth for bacteria and things like that. You have the eucalyptus oil. That's one thing that's great for the teeth, the mouth and the gums. The cinnamon oil. You can touch on any one if you want to.
Right. So the cinnamon oil helps increase the circulation. It decreases inflammation. It helps fight free radicals. It's also an aphrodisiac. Plus, it helps boost the immune system too.
Right. So we got those two oils. We got the clove oil. That you can add to. But with the clove oil, this is something that you don't really want to use every day.
Yeah. Right.
Because it deadens the nerves. In your gums to where you can't feel the pain if you constantly use it on a repetitive basis. You only really use this in severe cases if you have gum and tooth pain and stuff like that. So this is not something that you want to really add in your everyday toothpaste. Maybe just you might want to put a little bit, if you're just using it for the day just to help out, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want to put this in the whole concoction of your toothpaste.
But it definitely would help out though, because there was times I had a toothache and things like that. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to take aspirin, nothing like that. You got medicines like oral gel and different things like that. But inside oral gel, it's a chemical called benzocaine that helps numb your gums. Mm-hmm. But the clove oil, it has like a natural chemical inside that numbs your gums too. So it's an alternative to that BS, like that medication that Esau be trying to give you. So it's real good for toothaches, but it's not something you will use on an everyday basis.
Come. And here, it doesn't have the label, but this is peppermint oil. And most of these oils pretty much does the same thing. The peppermint oil, refreshes the breath, help with gingivitis, antibacterial, antifungal, and all that. So and
tea tree oil.
Yeah, the last one we have here is tea tree oil. So you want to break that down?
Well, like really, most of the oils, like it does the same thing, but tea tree oil is also good for, like antifungal type things, because because really in my family, we got like a bad case of fungal on our feet, take off your socks and your toenail about this thick, but look, it could definitely help with your thick, your toenails and things like that. It'll break it on down, but you got to be consistent with it, so most of the oils is like, like it's good like for the same things, but tea tree oil, I know personally it worked for your toenail fungus and things like that. So it's antiseptic and antifungal also.
Right. So out of these different oils, the top one that you can definitely always use is the tea tree oil and the peppermint oil. But we're gonna use the tea tree and the cinnamon, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So and the thing with these oils, these essential oils, like depending on which oil it is, some of them can be expensive, but the tea tree, this one I believe was like $5, for like an ounce. But some of the oils like frankincense and myrrh, can be like $25 for like for like maybe something like this, because these essential oils are very, very powerful. That's why you constantly see them throughout the scriptures. And the Lord said, use this amount of this oil or this to make the frankincense and this, so on and so forth. These essential oils are very powerful. So when you're using this, these can actually be irritative to the mouth depending on the person. So you don't need to use a lot of these. You only need a few drops because they're that powerful. One drop of essential oil can be enough for your whole entire body. Can penetrate all the cells within the body. All right. So you don't need probably like 2 to 3 drops depending on how big your toothpaste concoction is. So with this one, just going to use a few drops. Not gonna OD on it. That was actually about 5, so that's not too bad. With the tea tree oil, and we had the cinnamon oil. The cinnamon oil is a lot stronger, so as far as certain things and possible irritation, so you gotta go with the flow and see what works best for you. So just going to try to use 3 drops of that. Okay. You close that up. All right, and the final thing is the you got the cup right there.
Coconut oil.
Yeah, it's the coconut oil. So depending on how you want the consistency, whether you want it thick, whether you want it a little loose, you know what I mean, is how much coconut oil you use. So you just pour a little bit at a time, and you just go till it's the perfect consistency for you, you know. So you want to get into like the foaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so really, you know, most of the time you be like, I'm about to brush my teeth. I mean, everybody love like for it to foam, you know, like that. You know what I mean? It's all like cakey and things like that. But that cakiness, you know, it's an agent called what is called sodium
Lauryl sulfate.
Yeah, con. So right here, I'm gonna have an article, you know, that's showing the bad things that come from that foaming agent, that sodium. Well, SLS, that's what I call it. But all right, I'm right here. The first one, it says it is a known skin irritant. 2, it says it pollutes our groundwater. 3, it is actually a pesticide and herbicide. 4, it emits toxin fumes when heated. It says it has corrosive properties. 7, it is an eye irritant. And right here, it says, and it causes cancer. You know what I mean? So really that foaming agent, it causes cancer to your body. And it's not just inside toothpaste, it's inside, shampoos, soaps and things like that too.
So, you know, just trying to get this mixture right. I don't want to overdo it, you know, with the coconut oil. So, you know, I was just taking my time with it, just trying to get it all right so it could be, you know, the perfect consistency, you know, that we want it to be. You just keep on, you know, stirring it all on up. If you need to add a little more, you can. But for me, this consistency is pretty good. You know, you don't want it too loose. You don't want it too thick. So I believe this is just right. So like I said, everything depends on how big of a batch you want to use. If you want to make a big batch or whatever, you might want to, you know, measure all things out. But, you know, hey, we just go in the spirit with it and do it how, you know, how it needs to be done or whatever the case may be. So look, this is the perfect consistency. So, you know, as a brother said, this won't foam up, so it's going to kind of be watery. And you know, because you are using the diatomaceous earth and the volcanic ash, you know, these are natural chemicals from the earth. You know, diatomaceous earth is actually a fossil of rocks and things like that, and the volcanic ash is volcanic ash. You know, so it's going to be a little salty. You know, yeah. But it's all good, you know, for your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So it's way better than any other regular Esau bought brand that you can get out there. You know, way more beneficial. The dentist, hey, the dentist see people bring things out like this, they get mad, man. Huh?
Can I add to the brothers is that the volcanic ash, when you use it for a toothbrush, like brothers as a toothpaste, it draw out metals. So if you don't went to the dentist and you got metal, a filling in your tooth, it's going to irritate your mouth because it's going to draw out that metal and that filling that the actual dentist put inside your mouth. You know, if you don't got no crown over your, you know, your tooth, as far as when they gave like a root canal.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the water on that, brother. Yeah, that's what they say too. If you have any metals or fillings, they say before you really start doing this that you should get it removed from the dentist, but you don't necessarily have to. You know what I'm saying? If it's been old and it's a long time, you don't really have to worry about it. If it's fresh and all that, all those chemicals, that the mercury and all that from the pollution chemicals they put in it is going to be fresh, so it'll irritate it even more, you know? So, I mean, that's pretty much it. And you'll just find a container, you know, like this. We use these old activated charcoal containers, you know what I'm saying? Clean them out or whatever the case may be. And when, you know, these are pretty much like personal, you know what I'm saying? So you just dump them in your containers, you know what I'm saying? These are pretty much like personal use. Or if you want to share it with people or whatever, you know, you would just, you know, take a little spoon or something, a little plastic spoon, pull some out, put it on your toothbrush or whatever the case may be, hey, and, you know, let it do what it do, man. You know, so just keep doing it like that. Fill up your jar.
And also going back to the bentonite clay, you know, like studies have also proven that it can actually purify tap water. You know, like Esau knows this though, but it's more cost efficient by using a volcanic ash just to do the water. So really, Esau don't really care, but he like feel like, well, damn, I'd rather add all these like chemicals to it and things like that to you know what I'm saying.
Hey, so, as you can see, like, pretty much like this little container I use is pretty much use the whole thing. I just got to scrape out, like, the little ends or whatever. But I didn't measure this, but, when I just did it, I just thought about it. This pretty much fills up this whole container, if I was to close it up. And I believe I just used, like, 2 to 3 tablespoons of each of these. I just sprinkled some of the baking soda, and I believe it was, like, about 6 organic eggshells in there. So that's a little estimation for brothers if you want to try to be more precise with it. And it could fill a little container like this. This is I believe it's a 1 ounce container. So this fills up what we just did with that. In those little measurements, it filled a 1 ounce container. So hey, there you have it. You got any last points, bro?
Nah, basically it.
Yeah. So with that, hey, if you're really serious about your health, this is something that you might want to try, to restore, your mouth, your gums, whatever dental type of problem that you're having, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. This definitely work if you keep up consistently with it. But another main key is, too, you got to eat right. You can't be trying to use this and still constantly eating junk food, and then you wondering why it's not working. Well, it's because you're not living a proper lifestyle. So you still got to try to eat as healthy as possible when you're doing it, so it could be more beneficial unto you.
All right, the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 15. Health and good estate of body are above gold, Salakia, are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth.
So with that, we hope this quick segment was edifying, with this Hebrews Daily Toothpaste. So with that, we'd like to give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and labor, love, true sincerity. Shalom, death to America.